on red flags in a relationship that you can avoid before going into marriage. We have Busola Afolayan in the studio, a marriage counselor, doing justice to the topic. So we're talking about friendship in relationship before we went on that break. And I know that a lot of people, in the process of, oh, I don't want to lose this person, I don't want to lose my partner, they tend to pretend and not show their true character or true personality to their partner. And then you get in marriage and you realize that this person is a different personality, a different person from who I felt I was going to get married to. There's an issue of celebrity who is currently going through that now. So how can you speak and tell originality in a relationship?
I always cancel that courtship time, because there is so much that a person can use to hide his character for a very long time. So that's why I encourage a longer courtship period. Okay? Because there is no way. By the time you spend time together, there are some things that will come up. You can't hide forever. And since your character is who you are, so there is a limit to which you can actually hide who you are. Time is a revealer of truth and a revealer of character. So I also say, okay, give your relationship time. Not that, oh, within 3 months, oh, I love him, he makes my heart beat, you know, is the everything, and just want to jump into it. Always give your relationship time. Don't jump into the relationship. Give it time. Give that person space. Watch the person, observe the person, okay, and see if there's some things that will just come up. He can't hide his character for long.
For a long time.
For a long time. There's some things that will, as we call it, red flag, that will
pop up.
That will pop up. And that makes it, oh, so this person, you know.
Questionable.
It's questionable. But it's just that, unfortunately, many people will see these red flags and they just feel, oh, well, it's either you can cope with it or I can't deal. Let me just retrace my step. So
now that we're picking red flags one after the other, now I need to know, what exactly are the red flags that you should look out for? And when I find out about these red flags, what exactly am I supposed to do?
Okay. When we talk red flags, what are red flags? Red flags simply means danger signs, you know. That make this person either an endangered species. But before we really go to, we have to lay this foundation. Okay, I said earlier on that everybody is not perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so the red flags we're actually talking about, they're like dominant weaknesses, okay, in the life of a person. And is a person really ready to deal or not? That's when it becomes dangerous. Okay. All right? There's some people, they'll tell you, you know what? This is the way I am. It's either you deal or you don't deal.
You don't, yeah.
So when it comes to that level, when is that kind of, or she is that kind of person, they just know that you have to retrace your step, because this person definitely is not ready to change his way or his stance or his character for anybody. So it that depends on you. Can I deal or can I not deal? All right? So, okay, let's look into some of the red flags that we should, you know,
look out for.
Number one, the most important thing, that person, is he answerable to anybody in his life? When you meet somebody and that person, whether a lady or a guy, is not answerable to anybody, including his parents, then that should be the greatest red flag that I should look for. Because it means that that person will do anything and get away with it. Okay. When you don't have anybody you are answerable to, somebody that can call you and say, sit down there. I got this report about you. I can say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. And you actually calm down and listen to that person. You know, it could be your parents, it could be your pastor, it could be your imam. It's somebody that holds a high authority over you, that you are answerable to. If you don't have such person in your life, there's a case that we're handling recently. This lady is not answerable, a young girl not answerable to anybody, even her parents. So I can't recommend such a person to any man to marry. Because she's not answerable to anybody. Nobody can tell her what. She's a law to herself.
But definitely someone will end up getting married to her.
If she changes.
Okay.
And if the person can cope with such a person. Life is all about choices. Okay, if you see that this person doesn't even respect her parent, doesn't respect anybody, can't take advice from anybody, can't talk to her, she's a law unto herself, and you've seen that in her, and you feel you can cope with that, then go ahead and cope with it. And get ready to cope with the consequences when you get into a marriage.
But
it's actually a problem.
I thought you shouldn't allow third party in your relationship. So, when you're talking about being answerable, it's quite tricky for me, because I want to be in a relationship with you, and I am in a relationship with you.
When I talk about red flags, red flags talks mainly about your character, about traits that you notice in a person. Okay, so when you notice that it is not a matter of calling third person into your relationship,
okay,
all right, it's just like, can this person, does it have any authority? You
over
notice,
him.
does this person have any authority over him or her? In the course of talking to somebody, you can say, oh, so person is my mentor.
Okay.
Oh, so person is my mentor. It's giving you a clue that, oh, this person is answerable to somebody.
Okay.
Oh, or probably in the course of your, my parents said, my mom advised. It shows that this person is answerable to somebody, because it can make reference to higher authority over his or her life that has actually impacted him, has, had a great impact upon his life. But if you are not mentioning anybody and you feel that you're alone to yourself, you castigate people. Oh, who did they even think they are? Some statements like that. Probably you're talking, say, who did they think they are? A know-all.
So now, aside being answerable to someone,
okay,
what are the other common red flags in
transparency.
Okay.
When you're in a relationship and there's no transparency. Transparency actually has many tentacles. Part of the tentacle is honesty, is integrity.
Ma'am, you have to hold that thought. We have a caller on the line. Hello, Oge.
The speaker said you have to be married to someone who is answerable to at least someone. My question is this: what if the person he or she is answerable to is a person of questionable character? For instance, you have some mothers who, no matter what their kids do, they believe the child is right. And if that's the person the man or woman is answerable to, how do you, as an individual, deal with that?
Thank you so much, Oge.
Thank you very much, Oge.
So that is actually another angle. Thank you, Oge, for that angle. It's actually another angle to it entirely. So we have to look into it in all entirety, because the person that speaks into your life, you have to know who speaks into your life. What kind of power can that person wield over you?
Okay.
So what is this person? Is this person speaking life into my life? Is this person actually someone that can make my life better? So that is actually another thing that we need to look for when you're answerable to somebody.
Okay.
When you're answerable to somebody, I'm talking of people that can add value to your life, people that can actually help you to mold and shape your life, not people of questionable characters. So we need to look into that as well.
Before we receive the call, you're talking about transparency. Please go on.
Okay, so transparency has many tentacles. Part of the tentacle is openness, integrity, honesty.
All right.
Okay? In a relationship, you don't know anything about that person. Yeah. You don't know anything about that person. You don't know his or her closest friend. You don't know what he's even thinking. It's closed up. You don't know about his or her past.
Okay.
It's, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you want to know everything about that person. Oh, your past, where have you been, what have you done? Not that you are questioning, but at least let there be that, when I say your friend will open up to you. Oh, I've done this, I've been this, I know that, I know that. You talk to that level. You are intimate to that level. Okay? So transparency is key. Let me just use the Holy Bible. Said Adam and Eve, they were both naked and they were not ashamed. That's talk about transparency. There is nothing hidden. We are so transparent. Oh, this is what I'm feeling. This is how I'm feeling. You are able to talk about it. You are not hiding facts. You are not hiding things. Your finance, you are not hiding. You are true to one another. Truthfulness. Let's be true to ourselves. Okay? How can I be in a relationship and you are not true to me? You are not honest. I can't when you say it's good morning, I have to go and cross-check whether it's actually evening or
Some
afternoon.
people don't like the truth, though. Some people don't want to hear the truth. They will tell you truth is bitter to hear.
They don't want to get the truth, but they'll suffer the consequences. You said something that some people don't want to see marriages in 3 months and they're crashing. Now realize, so it's better you lay your cards open and you know what you are going into. It's always better that, okay, this is the person. Can I go ahead? Let me now make my choice. Before I got married to my husband, I told him, look, I've been this. I wasn't born again. I've done this. I've been here. I've been there. And
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I believe in being truthful.
We have Kule from Ibadan. Hello, Kule. Good morning.
Good morning, Bolade. How are you guys doing?
Well, very well, thank you.
You guys have been doing so great. Keep the good job up, okay?
Thank you.
All right. My question for your guest this morning is that I seek for a counseling with my pastor in the church. So he now choose for me that this is the particular person that I can marry. And now I'm somehow confused. What do you think I can do?
Okay.
Thank you, Kule, for that question.
Thank you, Kule, for that question. Your pastor can only guide you. Your pastor cannot enforce who you marry.
Okay.
Pastors are not to enforce, you must marry this person. You must. No, your pastor should only guide you, counsel you. Or probably you brought somebody and probably the pastor observed some things. He can only guide you and advise you, but cannot enforce that, because your pastor is not going to live in your marriage with you. It's going to be the two of you, because you are the two main actors in that marriage. When the chips are down, your pastor will not be in that marriage with you. So your pastor should only guide you, counsel you, pray for you, show you the right direction, show you the right way, and allow you to make your decision.
So now, we've talked about the different red flags. You talked about being transparent. Now, how can you avoid these red flags, even when it's too late? Because there are times you get to a point where you know that, oh, this is too late to correct. I've seen people who discovered certain things about their partners 2 weeks to their wedding. And at that point in time, it's just too late. So what can you do when you're in that situation?
When you say red flags 2 weeks to your wedding, it still depends on your choice.
Okay.
Somebody used to say a broken engagement is better than a broken marriage. Okay. Many of us, we look at the society. 2 weeks, we have printed invitation cards. We have invited people. We have made all the necessary, arrangements for the wedding. It's me lulumbo. That I'm calling off wedding 2 weeks.
That's how many years
we hear that. I'm sorry, how many years we hear that, calling off our wedding 2 weeks, calling off wedding 2 weeks before the time. But you know what? If it's a red flag that you know that I can't deal, please get out. Or else that marriage is going to be hell for you.
Okay.
That means you have to be looking for different coping mechanisms.
To live in that marriage.
Exactly. Now, if you go ahead into that marriage, can you survive it? Your peace of mind, put it in mind that very soon kids will be coming to that environment, that atmosphere. Is that the kind of atmosphere you want to raise your kids? Will that atmosphere will it be normal? Will it be conducive to raise normal children that are psychologically okay. That will be useful to the society? There's so many things that you need to think about. You need to think deeply about it. Don't just think about yourself. Think about other people that will be brought into the scene, years to come. So please, think about that, then make your decision.
Now, I know that a lot of religious institutions do not agree with divorce, but we have a lot of people that are going through a lot in their marriages. Let's take, for instance, domestic violence. And I want to find out, when is divorce an option? Or is it even an option?
Well, I'll play safe with that. But one thing I can advise, in such a case is there can be a separation. Give yourself space, all right? Let that be a separation for a while. And then go back to the drawing board, all right? Am I ready to still continue with this? Because we've seen some people that they stayed back and, 6 feet down the grave. So
Yes.
when it's getting heated up, it's getting so tough, it's affecting your emotion, mentally,
Your health.
everything is on the southward turn. Then I guess it's time that you need to take a decision.
Okay.
Let there be a separation. There can be an amicable, discussion
Separation,
exactly
okay.
about it. Sit down, have a dialogue. Please, let us give ourselves space. It can be a year, it can be 2 years, Then after, give yourself space. And afterwards, if you think you've done the needful and you still think you can go ahead, then you can. But if you can't go, then you can stay separated. But on the issue of divorce, I'm going to play safe.
All right. I know I've seen people who their husbands have good, excellent personalities, but their family members, the external factors, external people are pushing him into doing things that is not even part of his personality. And the wife is like, this is not the man I got married to. What is happening? So in situations like that, what do you do?
Now that person is not a man. Bible says, for this reason shall a man, not a boy.
Okay.
And when we're talking about whether a man or a boy this time around, it doesn't matter age-wise, maturity. A man must be able to make his decisions. A man must be able to be the leader in his home.
Okay.
A man must be able to be the bishop of his family. A man must be able to take decisions for his family. A man must be able to steer the direction that the ship of that marriage is going. So if external factors are the one deciding, then that man is not a man.
Thank you so much.
To enjoy more interesting episodes of Tea or Coffee, then like and subscribe.